Coach, what are you excited about going to Spain here pretty soon?
Yeah, we're excited, very thankful for the opportunity. These experiences that I've always been a part of with the foreign tour really give us an opportunity to jumpstart our pace headed into official practice in September. It's twofold. I think it's great for a team that has a lot of new faces, and then secondly, just an educational experience, a once in a lifetime for these players to have this opportunity.
Yes, and Coach, the team is now 2 days away from the European Tour. What have you been emphasizing in practice offensively and defensively to prepare these players?
Just the pace. A lot of players come in, especially fresh out of high school, and haven't played with the shot clock. I think just the up and down, understanding both sides of the ball. So it's really given us an opportunity to put our system in early, but yet not go away from what the summer is about with position and individual development. We're excited. I think we've had a phenomenal June and July, and now we'll get an opportunity to go spend more time together, and it becomes more of a chemistry bonding than the X's and O's here when we leave on Saturday.
Coach, you brought in a handful of transfers, a handful of freshmen. How have the newcomers kind of proved themselves or worked into the program thus far?
I've been really pleased. They've done an outstanding job in the classroom, performed at a really high level, and then also, from the strength and conditioning area to the nutrition to the recovery, to the X's and O's aspect, to our individual position times, to our film times. It's a quick snapshot of what's expected when we start official practice. So it's been a different summer, and it just allows us an opportunity to get a step ahead headed into 23-24.
And about this special opportunity, what do you think specifically this tournament is going to benefit during the regular season?
Well, every team I've always been a part of really followed it up with a great season. I believe we're one of 5 SEC teams that are heading out on a foreign tour. I think we're the only team going to Spain. I think there's Croatia, Greece, Italy. I just think it's a wonderful opportunity for us again to be able to have our system in place, and when official practice starts, we're able to accomplish a lot more, a lot quicker early in the year with a lot of new faces, and I think that's going to benefit us.
Outside of basketball, is there anything you're really looking forward to about Spain?
I've been so focused on our team. I need to take a look at the itinerary. I know we're going to Barcelona, Valencia, and Madrid. I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for us just to see a different part of the world, from the culture to the arts to the food, and more importantly, just spend time together as a program. And I think that, they don't care how much we know, do they know how much we care? And I think it's an opportunity for our staff. We have new faces on our staff in different capacities. I think it's going to be a good opportunity for us to all get to know each other, and I think that's going to be really an important factor headed into the season.
And freshman Rachel Douglas is talking about how excited she is about the excursions and a cooking class that y'all are doing.
Yeah, I know we're going to do cooking. I think we're going beach day. Obviously, we have an opportunity to tour a lot of the different arts and the different places in town that I think are really going to give us a window at their culture. So I know a lot of them have had Spanish probably in high school, but I don't think this is going to be anything like that experience. I think it's going to be a lot deeper of a dive into, the Spanish culture and their history, and I think that it's really going to be a good educational opportunity for us.
And what are you excited about these excursions, just team building wise?
I think, being able to maybe a lot of different things that we put in place as far as we'll have a different roommate in every city. Someone different than they've had this summer. The opportunity to maybe do different things within the excursions with someone different. So we're building a lot of chemistry and bonding into it that maybe they don't even realize at the time, but it's an opportunity for us to get to know each other on a deeper level and build those relationships where we can encourage and stay positive. We know the season's going to be tough, but at the same time, the experiences that we have over the summer can really jumpstart that. We do a lot of that when we're here for a normal summer, but I think this gives us an opportunity to do it in a different environment, and I'm excited about that.
Coach obviously led the team to the NCAA tournament last season, but it didn't quite work out the way you wanted to. How much of last season's last few games is kind of lingering over the program, or were you trying to move on and reset and restart everything over?
Oh, I think you always reset. Brand new season, brand new team, completely different staff. I think so many different pieces, and I think you have an opportunity to draw from your experiences. I know everyone that returns want to continue to move the program forward. We feel like we're making big steps with that. 2 out of the last 3 years in the tournament. You know, this team just had the highest GPA last fall and last spring and make the NCAA tournament. So all the things are so many positives. We want to continue to build on all of those and move it forward.
Good.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you very much. Sarah, what are you most excited about going to Spain for?
You know, obviously we're going to Spain for basketball to play 3 games, but you know, we get to go and do a lot of sightseeing. We get to Barcelona, we're going to go to the beach. That's our 3rd stop when we get to Barcelona, so I'm really excited about the beach. I love the beach, and then just being somewhere that I've never been before. I've really never been out of the country, and so being there for 10 days, visiting 3 separate cities is going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, just competing with my teammates, being around my team, being with the coaches, and just getting to know everybody a lot more on a personal level is what I'm most excited about.
And you saying, getting to know all these other people, your coach is saying you'll have different roommates at each hotel. What are you most excited about getting to know your team?
You know, honestly, I think getting different roommates at each 3 cities is very important. It gives you a chance to connect with somebody else that maybe you may not connect with as well as you would some other people. Like, I know that I'm with a freshman one time. I think I'm with a freshman in Valencia. And so I think that gives me a chance as a senior to connect with a freshman and just kind of pick her head a little bit, her pick my head. But just get to know everybody in a deeper level and understand who they are outside of basketball, because it's not just about basketball all the time, even though we do spend a lot of time on the court. But just knowing who they are and just being able to laugh and get to know them.
Obviously, given your family history, you're very comfortable with Alabama, but after now being your 2nd year here in the program, do you feel like you're really embracing that, embodying that leadership role, and how can you be the voice and leader of this year's team?
Absolutely, yes, sir. I'm a senior. It's my 2nd year here. We got 5 to 6 new people. So I think it's, instead of worrying about, the success of myself, I'm trying to worry about the success of the team and the success of other people. I know the offense very well, so I'm not really having to, figure out what I'm doing on the court and knowing the plays and stuff like that. I already know it 1 through 5, and I'm just trying to voice to other people how they can get better and how they can understand the offense 1 through 5. And so I think that just being way more comfortable with the coaches, with my team, with the plays, that helps me be able to focus on other people and focus on them and try and help them get better, help the team get better, and just not worry about mistakes and stuff like that. No one's perfect, and understanding that. I've definitely, from a growth standpoint, I've grown in a leadership standpoint, and I'm pretty excited to, every single day keep growing in that area.
And about that, you've had so many experiences, you had so many goals set for you for these past forever seasons.
Correct.
What do you think that Spain is going to change your point of view with in basketball, or even just the sports?
Right. I think with basketball, overseas they played basketball a different way. Not a different way in a bad way, but I think that they're going to be able to teach us some things, and I'm going to be able to see how they play and I know that I've played with some overseas players before. They play really hard, so I'm really excited just to see how they play, see how they move around on the floor. And just, it's always fun to learn from other people, and especially learning from other people from a different country is pretty cool too. I think it'll be really cool just to be playing against a team that, they probably speak Spanish, and so I probably won't even know what they're saying. They probably won't really know what we're saying that much either, but I think it'll be really cool. Just be able to learn what overseas is like, because I think, if I don't make it in the WNBA, I would love to go play overseas, and so I think it gives me an opportunity to go over there and just kind of see what it's all about for 10 days.
You talked about Spanish. How is your Spanish, and do you have any teammates you're going to be relying on?
I'm going to be honest. I am not going to rely on any teammates. I have heard them in the huddles. We've tried to learn a word every single day, and let's just say how some of them pronounce it. It's probably not what the meaning of the word is supposed to be, how they pronounce it. And then my Spanish is not good, so I don't know what we're going to do. Honestly, I'm going to get my phone out, do some Google translating. We'll do that, just speak into it. I don't know. But I do think that some people know it a little bit. Like Coach Kelly's pretty, he seems like he's got a pretty good head on it. And he's been to Spain and Barcelona and stuff like that before, so we'll see. So.
What do you think is the
biggest challenge the team will face while going this year?
I think it's just, coming together as in figuring out our chemistry. I think that we've only really had 2 months to really prepare, really just 1 month because June isn't as heavy as July. So I think just figuring out how each other plays, because every single day we're split up into crimson and white, and so now we're going to be all on the same team. So just figuring out how people play, understanding that we do have young guys, we do have young people that are going to be playing really big minutes, and just understanding that their growth is going to happen in Spain and their growth is going to happen over the course of the next couple of months. And so just being able to be patient with people, and just being able to be patient with the young guys, be patient with the older guys too, because I think that we are going to make mistakes. It's July. We don't need to be perfect in July. We need to be ready to go in November, but it gives us a chance to build on that and understand where we're at in July so we can get ready for November.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for your time. What are you most looking forward to about going to Spain?
Just being with my teammates and trying new foods.
Any food in particular you're thinking about?
Not really. I don't really know, what it consists of over there, but I'm just excited to try, something new.
So coach is putting y'all on different rooms for each hotel that y'all go to. What are you most excited about with getting to know your team?
I think as the point guard, you have to get to know your teammates more, so that way you can learn how to talk to different people, because everybody's different. So I'm looking forward to being in the room with different people, so that way I can learn more about them, so I can learn what makes them go.
You brought in three transfers and a highly recruited freshman class. How have the newcomers really assimilated themselves into the program so far?
Yeah, I think they're doing great. I think all of them are, willing to learn. Of course it's an adjustment, but I think all of them are getting in here and learning. And like I said, they're all willing to learn. So I think that's the best part about it.
Transfer from Georgia Tech. How have you used your own experience transferring in to help the three transferees?
Yeah, I feel like there's not a better way to help someone when you've been in that position. So, of course, I've been a freshman before, so I know how it feels to be going through that adjustment. So, just trying to be there for them, just trying to be vocal, trying to be patient with them, but also trying to let them know to be patient with themselves.
And with just going international, what do you think just this experience is going to affect in a positive way for the regular season, just as for you personally or as a team?
I think it's going to give us a head start because we're just being able to play with each other. Right now, we're just playing against each other. So I think it'll just give us a chance to play against somebody different, which also will be fun. So I'm excited.
Alabama's been in the tournament 2 out of the last 3 years. What's the kind of lingering effect from last season into this year, or are you basically focused on everything's brand new?
No, we're trying to get back. I think that's the goal this season, is to get back to the NCAA tournament. So that's what we're trying to do every day. That's what we're trying to work toward.
And lastly, which excursion are you most excited about for this tournament that you're going to?
Talking about touring.
Yeah. Do you know any? Are you just I'm just gonna go with it? Or
I think Meg was talking about we're going into the Spain soccer field or whatever, so I'm excited about that. I heard they were really good, so I'm excited to see it. So we'll see.
What are your goals going into this trip, personal goals?
Yeah, I think for me, just trying to open myself up, because I don't really like trying new things. So just trying to open myself up to new things, just to grow as a person. I think if you're comfortable, you can't grow. So just trying to be okay with being uncomfortable. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, very good.
Thank you for your Roll Tide. Thanks for your time.